Welcome to the Murfreesboro.com podcast, where we talk about all things Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Join host John I. Carey, his co-host Jonathan Harmon, and producer Trent Denson as they talk about all the great things happening in our city. From construction updates to local business spotlights to all the amazing events happening in our community. Listen in for all you need to know from Murfreesboro.com. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Murfreesboro.com podcast. I can talk, I swear. There we go.
2.0.
2.0, that's right. We're on, episode 15 now?
Are we really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, wow.
They creep up on y'all. So
yeah, they
just
do.
Start it, and then, you have 195 going.
Big news coming in that arena. Trent and I is going to have a meeting here real soon.
Nice. Okay, upcoming announcement on that one later.
Yep.
Awesome. But I'm super excited about today's podcast. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. John I. Carey here. I always forget. I jump ahead because I get so excited. And I
usually look at him like this.
John I. Carey here. Jonathan Harmon. Producer Trent over there. And Jeff off camera. And so, like I said, we try and pull him in. It never works.
It won't ever happen. But
we have E.T. and Clarence here with us today, who run the SCAN program with the Sheriff's Department, which we'll get to more in a second. But, so how was your weekend, Jonathan?
Had a great weekend.
Yeah.
We drove the Hillbilly Hilton from Smyrna to Kingston, Tennessee.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 150 some odd miles. It gets about 4 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, so that giant bus. Holy cow.
So it's a 78 International school bus that's been converted to a party bus for tailgating at MTSU. Mm-hmm. And I've got some buddies out there that are renovating some of the insides of it. And we're going to get air conditioning. Woo!
Oh, there you go, air conditioning. Yeah, that's a must-have right now. 2,000-degree weather out there.
Yeah.
At least that's what it feels like. But, well, how was y'all's weekend, Miss E.T.?
Great.
Yeah? Busy?
Sorta.
Sorta, kinda? And keeping this guy in check, is that what you do?
No way.
No way?
She gave up on that, it sounds like.
No, but, yeah. But happy, is it 24th, you said, anniversary?
Yes.
Congratulations. That's awesome. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
And I'm going to jump to it, the SCAN program.
All right.
I really want to get into this because
it's my job.
There we go. That's all. For everybody out there who's watching and listening that don't know, the SCAN program stands for
Senior Citizens Awareness Network.
Yes, ma'am. And it's run through the sheriff's office. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, gotcha. And what was give us the origin story on this thing. I love what you all do, but how did it start originally? What brought it all about?
Hey, let me interrupt. Before you do that, tell us about you guys, just real quick. So,
even better. Yeah.
You're from Rutherford County? You grew up here. Where are you from?
Alabama.
What part?
Huntsville.
No kidding. I have family I'm about to marry into from Huntsville. Well,
Really?
Gunnersville and Huntsville. Yes.
Well, you'll be lucky.
You're telling me.
That's right. There you go.
And what about you?
I'm from Louisiana originally. I came up to Nashville, transferred up here. We both worked for the telephone company.
Okay.
And I transferred up here in 1994. And that's where we met.
Okay.
We worked at the Bell South building downtown, which is now AT&T.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's where we met.
Was it love at first sight?
Yeah.
For you, yeah.
You almost got me on that.
Yes,
Why did you
sir.
hesitate?
Oh boy. And so when did you guys? I'm assuming you retired from Bell South.
Yes.
Or AT&T, and then now let's go to the SCAN program. How did you guys start this? What is it? All of that kind of stuff.
Well, we didn't start it.
Okay.
But we attended a Sheriff's Citizens Academy class, and there were some people from, actually it was two deputies here at the Sheriff's Office that knew of the program and wanted to start it here. And they spoke at this academy class. So after that, they had a meeting, and we had the coordinator or director of Wilson County SCAN and the sergeant that is over her up there came down and talked to us about it, and a whole group of people. and that's where we kind of got interested in it. We had been retired several years, did a little traveling, spent all our money, and needed something to do at home, you know. So we did that, and it was headed out by, started by a lady who was the head of nursing over at, I believe, at the hospital, and another lady, and we kind of worked with them for a long time, and it's come over the years. We've changed coordinators and, you know, people that worked with us, and eventually it came down to us, and we were the only two original ones that were in the program. So now she heads it, and I help her.
So she's in charge. Okay.
Yeah,
You're like, yes, sir. Yes, she is.
she just doesn't like to talk a lot about it, you know. I mean, she does, but
Well, Miss E.T., what is the you guys got involved through the Citizens Police Academy, through the Sheriff's Citizens Police Academy, and obviously something about the program was pitched to you guys as a group, and you said, yeah, this is what we want to do. What pricked your heart on that?
Well, I had a wonderful grandmother. Loved her to death. She lived 2 weeks shy of 100.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And when they talked about the program, it made me think of my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's what I want to do.
Oh, that's lovely.
But it's a great program. You get attached to them.
For sure.
And
So walk me through kind of the initial, like the 2 mile up view of what SCAN is, and then maybe what it isn't as well.
SCAN is, it's for the elderly, but it's for those that sit at home and don't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you can extend their life, because I think they get really depressed if there's nobody to help them.
Forgotten.
Or they're in need.
Yeah.
And that's what triggered me.
And so the sheriff's office keeps a list, I assume, of people that are in the program.
Yes.
And then you guys, what do you do with that?
Oh, we keep the list. We have the list.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got
Sorry.
you.
Yeah.
Well, how do you come about finding individuals that are in the program? Like, are they referred to you, or are they just through the sheriff's?
We get referrals, and sometimes they refer themselves.
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
And we get referrals from
Adult Protective
Adult
Services.
Protective Services and
Deputies and neighbors
deputies,
and relatives.
friends, neighbors. Yeah.
Healthcare workers.
And they're all, if I remember correctly, you said like 55 and older?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless we have some that are younger only
Okay.
because of their circumstances.
Okay.
Sure.
Like if they have,
A disability of some
Right.
sort.
so
And so what do you guys do, specifically you two? Do you guys go visit them every so often? What do you actually do with the program?
first thing we do, we have a call history, which lets us know, that it's okay to go to that home. And
What do you mean by that?
there's not any, it's what they call
We when we get somebody, we have like dispatch up here at the sheriff's office. We'll turn a application into them. They will check the call history to make sure that we're not going into a dangerous situation.
I got you.
Or
Okay.
there are people living there with warrants and things, and we want to be a safe environment for us.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah, you
absolutely.
can't do the work if you're not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay. And then what?
After the, if it's clear, we go out and do an intake, which get their health issues, and of course we make a safety check.
On the home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Check for grab bars and things of that nature. And it's, and talk to them, make sure that they really want to be in the program. It's not, but it's very simple.
Sure.
And we let them know we don't want to change their life. We just want to enhance it a little bit if we can, to make it a little better for them.
Well, you say very, very simple, but I'm sure you've been doing it for so long, it may seem very simple. 'Cause it sounds like, just from what we were talking about before, I mean, you're assessing their house, what they need, their medical, information, family, all kinds of stuff that you all go into. So it sounds like there's quite a bit involved on that side. But so you were telling us, you helped somebody out with a washer and dryer recently.
Yes.
That's wonderful, by the way.
Oh, I see that face. I want to hear the
lit up on
story.
this one. Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear the story.
Well, we'd go to see her, and she would be so tired, worn out, and maybe she'd just done her washing. And she told us, she said her washer was outside, not just outside, but she had to go down her steps, and the steps were like,
Real
Yeah.
steep steps. Or
yeah,
something.
and and she was old then, and I told him, I said, we got to do something about this. I said, it's dangerous, even in the wintertime. Ice.
The washer was in the
for sure.
barn or something, right?
It was in a shed.
In a shed.
In a shed.
And she had to take the water to the washer.
What?
She had to
Wow.
run with a hose pipe. She run the water out to her washer. And I told him, I said, we got to do something. But I was not the coordinator then. And so when I became coordinator, I said, that's the first thing I'm doing.
There you go.
So we fixed her ramp, leveled it out, and then got her washer and dryer with her
Oh, that's wonderful.
At the house.
inside.
Inside the house.
Inside,
Inside
yes.
the
Yeah.
house.
You changed her life.
Yeah.
We did.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Something we may think of just, oh, we got a washer and dryer. Cool. Yeah. But it, like you just said, that changes somebody's life
It
in
did.
this instance.
It did. It changed her life. She could not do it now. She's barely getting around.
Oh, really? Okay.
But we were able to get that washer and dryer with the help of the Smyrna Rotary. They donated us money, and they helped us find electrician and plumber to wire everything up and hook it up. And,
Oh, wonderful.
and
They're pretty good folks out there.
yeah,
They're
they
not
are.
too bad, aren't they? Yeah.
And we couldn't do this program without donations and help from all these organizations.
It's all volunteer based, right? And everything
Yes.
donated. Okay. And you've had some, you have some pretty good relationships, it sounds like, with some of the different businesses in the community. Like you were talking about a certain business that I'll let you all give them a shout out, but quite a large,
Yes.
Yeah, well, like I say, the Rotary and Lowe's.
There we go, Lowe's.
We've used Home Depot for some things. We have some churches that will build ramps for us.
Wonderful.
If we have a need, we just ask around. Either we ask our volunteers, do you know somebody that might be able to provide this service? And usually, out of the 10 or 12 and the help here at the sheriff's office, somebody knows somebody that can do these
Oh, for sure.
things. So
We're still a small enough community that everybody knows somebody.
correct.
Yeah. Now, I want to go back to kind of the everyday stuff. So do you guys call, how many people are in your database, I guess, that you check on a regular basis?
Right now, we have approximately 80 members,
Wow. Okay.
but we've just finished about 15 intakes.
Okay.
The
Okay.
pandemic stopped us for a while.
Oh,
We
yeah.
could not go out.
Okay.
So now we're playing catch up.
So you're pushing 100 folks.
Yes, and we have about 16, 17 more to do.
Wow. Okay.
So it's,
Now, do you call on them weekly? Do you go to their houses? How do you start to identify needs and help them out?
first of all, I tell them, if you need something, you call me. And or sometimes they just call you because they need to talk.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But we tell them to call us, but we call them weekly, and let's see how they're doing. And sometimes they may fib to you a little bit and say they're okay, but sometimes you can read.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So, but we go out monthly and visit
So
at least once a month.
a call weekly and a visit monthly.
if possible. And we
Or
have,
more.
Right.
yeah, and sometimes more. You know, so it just depends on what their needs. You know. So,
Do you ever have any that things like groceries or anything like that, and help deliver groceries or anything, or? And right there in the corner, yes.
And they
okay,
just
within
motioned,
eyesight.
just so you know, it's not on camera. They just motioned to a
Yeah.
massive pile of
Yeah, which is
canned
literally
goods.
in my eyesight
Yeah,
right there.
it's right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, line of sight right there.
this food here was donated by Mid Cumberland.
Okay.
Okay.
And they have those food drives, and we also work with Feed America First out off of John Bragg Highway out there. I drew a blank. Midland Baptist Church has a program out there for food. So we work with those, and it's if we need food, we can get it somewhere.
Sure.
Well, I was just thinking with we've done similar type things in the past where, like, for instance, if you're familiar with Instacart, where it's an app on your phone and people can go and order groceries. But like, say if we set up an account and there was stuff on there that people needed, they can go in and just order it right there on the spot, and it gets delivered right to somebody else's home. And I was just thinking that because my wife and I have done things like that where we knew somebody needed some food, and we just went right in on the app, ordered it, boom, and it was delivered, and then we just paid for it.
Really?
And because you get a lot of one thing we've learned going through a lot of these, with nonprofits and different programs like this we've worked with, there's a lot of people that want to help, and they just don't know how.
That's right.
And so, like, if we put something out there where people could do that, you'd probably be flooded with groceries.
Well, and you got to make it easy for someone to do it, and the technology that we have, like what you're talking with there, it makes your job easier.
Yeah.
The flip side of that, though, is that I think probably one of the most valuable things you guys do for these folks is come visit them.
True.
And,
Oh, yes.
I mean, to your point earlier, that extends somebody's life just looking forward to something,
Some outside contact.
Yeah.
And some of the folks that we have do have family. But still, I mean, that doesn't matter to us. We'll go see them anyway,
Yeah.
But most of our members do not have family living with them. So, everybody's busy these days, and sometimes they don't have the time to go and visit the parents or whatever. So we kind of fill that void a little bit.
Well, and it's one thing to have your kids come visit. It's something totally different to have friends come visit. You know what I mean?
Yes. And some of these little people, they're very shy until they get to know you. They're like withdrawn. But when they get to know you, you can see the relax.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's heartwarming.
Well, that's wonderful. And I wanted to point one thing out. It's I got my notes here I was going through, but I see it. You all work very closely with the fire department, and they go and help install smoke detectors and things like that at the house. And what's the one? It's there was a grant from Middle Tennessee Electric to help provide the little what are they, the
Alert buttons.
alert buttons. Oh, that's really neat. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we have probably 40, close to 40 of those medical alert buttons that we have given. And what it is, it's just a device that you bridge in with their phone, and when they on their little pendant, there's a button, and they push it, and it dials directly to 911 wherever they are.
Gotcha.
To whatever is closest to them. And
I would like to say that we do get medical equipment, rollators, wheelchairs donated from Terry at Adams Place
Oh, wonderful.
and Hope at the Villages.
Okay.
They continue to keep in touch with us and supply us.
Oh, that's
great.
wonderful.
That's
Thank you, Terry and Hope, for that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
for sure.
we also have a guy who works with the Vietnam Veterans of America that fixes wheelchairs, and also he donates things like he has those carriers that go on the back of your car, and he anything he's got, he gives to us for free. And if we have something broken, he comes and fixes it. I mean, it's amazing what he does.
That is fantastic.
See, this is what I meant when you said it was very simple. Oh no, there's a ton of stuff.
You've built a network. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you've got, a network of ways to help people. You've made it simple by the relationships that you have built, and I mean that's what it's all about. So, want to talk about this?
Oh yes, for sure. The most recent one, we have pictures here, which for those we can see. There you go. We'll put these up so you can see them. But y'all just took care of a gentleman in a very nice way with his front porch.
Yes, this is James Rainey. He lives out at Fosterville in a house that was built in the 1930s.
Okay.
We had, I forget now exactly who referred him to us, but we visited him for a long time, and this, as you'll see in the picture of the porch where it was originally.
That's the before.
And we had patched it several times right there at the steps, and it never dawned on us to go out there and to fix him some steps. We did put him in for a grant one time, but he refused that because if he sold the place, or he was thinking about that, or moved, he would have to pay all that money back. So he turned that down. So it stayed like that for, that was about a year ago.
Who's that good-looking guy right there?
I know him.
I know this guy.
He's wearing the same clothes.
Knee deep in my work.
There you go. That's
Quite literally. And then here's the fruits of the labor right there, right?
That's Mr. James Rainey. Yes.
Yep, able to get on his porch safely and not potentially fall through it.
He did. He has fallen through it. He fell through it one day, right at the entrance to when close to the steps, and skinned his leg up real bad, right in there somewhere. And but Phil Barnett, he visited him recently, and I don't know if Mr. Rainey asked to have the step built, or maybe Phil just said we need to do it. So,
And there's Mr. Phil kind of ministering to him a little
yes,
bit.
that's him. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Phil Barnett. He is such a good dude.
And that's just, I want to point out that's something I just caught you both saying it. I love it. You don't ask what they need or whatever. You just see it and you say, okay, we need to do this.
If it's possible, if we can.
Well,
do
you
it.
both said it though. You just went, no, we just need to do it. And you did it. Washer, dryer, fix the front porch. I mean, I love it. That's great.
Oh, there's other cases. I mean, these are some of the worst, I think, that we've done or been the most helpful to somebody.
Sure.
This Mr. Rainey here, after we fixed his porch, he told me, he said, come here, I want to show you something. We went around back, and he showed me the bees that are in his wall.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So the Saturday and Sunday, we were out there trying to get the bees out of his wall.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And hopefully we got most of them. We never did find the queen bee, which is really important in moving bees. But hopefully something happened to her or something, and they'll all go away.
Yeah.
So, but then we're going to have to go back and fix the house where we took the siding off, So we'll get that done eventually.
Yeah, they can be very invasive.
Oh, yeah.
So,
See, I got pointed out again. There's another one because he showed us the bees. Okay, we got to handle this now too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no question. You just do it. I love it.
Yeah,
well, and I think that goes back to the rapport building that you guys were talking about, where you said that sometimes we'll call and we'll ask them if there's anything they need, and they say no, but you can kind of hear through that no that, in fact, there is a pressing need.
Yes.
And people in general are proud, and they don't ask for help, right? Or maybe it's not pride; it's they don't want to inconvenience you, even though you're there to help. And so, a lot of times, once you visit and you learn and you hear and you talk, then you discover those needs on your own. And rather than ask, you say, "Hey, we see that this needs to be done. Is it okay if we do this?" Not, "Is there anything we can do for you?" Right? It's a very different question.
Yes. We have had members tell us, I don't really need this. Give it to somebody else that does. And so, and we do that. I mean, if they don't want it, we'll find another place to give
Yeah,
it.
I got you.
Sure.
And I did want to ask. I saw y'all do. I don't have specifics on it, but it's y'all do stuff for Thanksgiving and Christmas
Oh, yes.
as well.
Yes.
See, you lit up again.
There
you
she
go.
goes. All right, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Well, we usually do 2 events a year. We usually have something in the spring, and we have it at Lane Agro, and we have Thanksgiving, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, where all of the members that can and want to go, we take them, put them in a vehicle and take them. But they get to play bingo. And that it's just to see them, it's worth everything.
Heck, I want to play bingo.
I was going to say, I love bingo.
I know, right? That's wonderful. That's awesome.
And when we do, after the lunch, we have a really good lunch each time. And then we have the bingo. And you just have to tell them, okay, we have to stop, you know. As long as
5 hours is enough.
yeah. So, but just to be around other people and meet other members and stuff, that's it's amazing.
Now, are y'all able to give prizes and stuff with
yeah.
bingo?
Yeah.
Just little
Did
things.
you hear that?
Yep, sure
Okay.
did. Yep, sure did.
Just making sure
No,
you heard that.
No, we got it. Mental
We get
note.
food from restaurants, too. They volunteer and donate their food.
I think we need to play bingo.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I have to go out there and play some bingo with
Yeah,
you.
you need to be in a turkey costume.
That'd be a giant turkey, nine foot tall turkey over here. But so that was Thanksgiving. What about Christmas? What do you do with Christmas?
Christmas, we take gifts to them.
Wonderful.
And we get donations from the community.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a lot. They get a lot.
Last year we did like an angel tree, but we called it a senior tree. And we just picked out the ones that we thought might benefit most from that. So, and we probably had 30 or 40 names on the tree, I think, something like that.
Oh wow! Okay.
More
And
than that.
And where's the
more.
tree located where somebody
We
can
put
get
it in the lobby up here at the sheriff's office, and people would come by and get names. And a lot of folks that work up there got names. But
Sure.
anybody that came through and they wanted one would just take it, and they would buy presents, you know. And
Do they deliver them or do they bring them to you?
no, they brought them here.
Okay, gotcha.
And we delivered them. We had some SROs that were not doing schoolwork. They come and helped us deliver presents. Some of the detention staff up there helped us with that.
You can totally count us in on that this year.
Absolutely.
So we're totally in on that. So
I happen to know a guy that has played Santa Claus on several occasions. If you need a Santa Claus, I happen to know a guy that has done that. Phil Barnett just walked in.
Yeah.
Hello, Phil.
So we see you over there.
So if he doesn't want to play Santa Claus, I would love to do it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He does our shop with the sheriff's office, Santa Claus shop with the sheriff.
That's
And,
awesome. We were talking about you earlier.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it was all good, buddy.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
we'll get to that program on another one. Yeah, that's a great program.
So-
Well, outside of volunteers, you said you need probably maybe another handful of volunteers right now?
We need a few.
Okay, gotcha. So we'll put feelers out for that too. Cause I
and-
mean, if you need some help, you can always call us too. I mean, that's. I'm serious. I saw you. Your eyes just went. That's no problem.
We make time. So one of my favorite things in the whole wide world is to build a little bit of rapport with those senior citizens and just sit and listen.
Yes.
The stories
Okay.
are
Yes, the stories.
incredible.
Some have amazing stories.
It's it's unreal.
I know. Half the time I'm sitting there going, are they yanking my chain right now? You know, and they're not, at least as far as I know, usually, you know. So
some of them you just have to get up and walk away. They don't want you to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have several that are like that.
Sure.
And we have to go. And some of them will follow you out to the car, you know. We've had a couple of ladies that do that. And one lady, she has passed away now, but when you walked out of her house, she was right behind you, and she would come to the car and lean in the window, still talking, wanting you not to go, you know.
Yeah.
And so there's so many stories.
And that just tells you how much the need is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know.
for sure.
That's validation right there.
Well, then, outside of the volunteers, is there anything specific you're looking for or you need help with right now or anything like that?
think we have medical equipment. We have food. Fortunately, that we are able to get out there. This project here, the latest project that we did, that's pretty well covered for now. Of course, from day to day, you never know what you're going to run across. And we had another lady's ramp rebuilt. She had just a flat plank that went down, it was maybe 3 feet wide, no rails. That's been fixed. Somebody from, I forget the name now, but anyway, they came out and added rails, and it's safe for her now.
Wonderful.
So,
Well, definitely let us know as you come across some of these needs, big or small. Between the getting it out on the podcast and just all the other resources that we have between us.
And don't worry, if y'all can't, this wonderful lady behind me, Lisa. Aha, I got you. All right, there we go.
She's
I
like,
know
I
that's
don't
gonna
want
get
to
you somehow. But I know she keeps us. She's really good at keeping us updated with stuff. So
Yeah.
we can do our best to try. and
Don't
help,
hesitate to reach out, though. That's the point. So
Yeah.
you
Thank
too,
you.
is there anything that you need, right? Don't be modest or shy, okay?
No.
See, there's the modest coming out
I
right
know,
there.
I know.
No, we're good. That's all. Well, thank you all very much for what you do and for having us here today. And I know we don't want to go too long with you because we know you have things to do. But again, thank you very much. It's a wonderful program. And if people do want to volunteer or they want more information, where can they find it, or how can they contact you?
They could call the sheriff's office. Just ask for the scan section. We're under the community service unit. If somebody wants to volunteer, naturally we do a background check because we're going to people's homes. Background check, and probably have to have a driver's license. Be able to drive and just be helpful. To do this program, you got to really want to do it, and you got to have that feeling for it.
Sure.
Well, there's also a 9-year-old boy I'm going to give a call out to that watches and listens to Joey Bananas. He'll come out and help, and he just puts smiles on everybody's faces. So, and he'd be the one to go around just hand out roses to everybody.
Yeah.
Good little kid. He'd love to do this stuff. So, anyways, but okay. So, sheriff's office, they can come up here, or do you have, or can they just find more information also maybe on the sheriff's website if people need to go to that, or Miss Lisa? Okay, just call the scan number.
Yeah.
Which we'll flash on the screen real quick for you.
That'd be 615
There you go.
904 3139.
Okay.
And is that also where somebody would sign up a relative, friend, neighbor?
Could, yes.
Okay.
Or make a referral or to
That's
volunteer.
the word I was looking for. Yes.
Yeah. Or just to ask for information.
Okay.
Very cool.
But we have 11 people now working with us. But we could probably use several more.
Sure.
And
Well, good help expands your capacity, right?
yes,
And emphasis on the word good help, right?
that's
Right.
correct.
Yeah. People
If-
that are
if
ready
we-
to come out and help. Yes.
If we had more help, we could do more people.
That's right.
So
You hear that, everybody out there listening, watching? Calling on you.
Yeah, don't be slackers. Come on. So, any other announcements we need to do right now?
Not right now. No, I was really excited about this one. Thank you all very much for
Yeah.
letting us come out. This is great.
John called me several days ago, and he was like, "Oh man, guess what we got?" And he starts telling me about it, and I'm like, "I've never heard of that." And he goes, "I know, but it's awesome." So,
I was like, just trust me, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
So,
we appreciate you coming.
Yes.
Maybe help us out some.
oh,
That'd be
no
great.
worries.
sure.
Oh, well, no, there'll
problem.
definitely be some of that.
Yeah.
No worries about that. So,
all right, Murfreesboro, pay attention. You got some good stuff going on in your own backyard, and if you have a heart to help seniors, then the SCAN program has a place for you to come help.
Certainly do.
yeah, there you go. Or if y'all need, just comment on this video, and we'll get back to you with more information if you need more info.
That's right. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye.